Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Subject2Change. And we had a little bit of a break here for Christmas and the holidays. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Everybody stayed safe. I don't know if you had Zoom calls with your family or got together. Weird time. But all that matters is we're back. The NBA is kicked off. And more importantly, we got a big-time guest. Chet Holmgren is joining the show. Chet, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
We appreciate you jumping on. This is I'm not gonna lie, you might be top. I think Mikey gets number one every time we put it out there, and I'm pretty sure you're a close second. And every time, and Mikey's been on the show, but you know how kids are with Mikey, right? Everybody's like, bring Chet on the show, bring Chet on the show. And you got a big time plug from Sada Baby when we had him on the podcast. Let's jump right in there. How do you know Sada Baby? Tell me about that.
So I don't remember exactly when, but last year sometime during junior high school season, he just followed me, followed him back, liked the music that he was putting out. We were just talking a little bit on Instagram. He just said what's up, and we just kind of been keeping a cool relationship since then.
No, for sure. So if people don't know who Chet Holmgren is, obviously you don't watch basketball or maybe, any sports at all, but you're a junior or a senior right now, right, Chet?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell you introduce yourself. Let you just completely introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from, what you're doing right now, what's been up.
I got you. So I'm Chet, like you said. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I play basketball.
You're pretty good at it too. You're not
I'm
bad.
all right. I get some props here and there, but I'm at Minneapolis Academy right now. A lot of people know me. Not so much anymore, but a lot of people knew me before because I played with Jalen. He's pretty good too at basketball.
Jalen Suggs projected probably. I don't know who's not going to take him at number one this year, but we'll see. But okay, and Chet, I'm not going to lie. When you introduce yourself, you skimmed right over the fact that probably the thing that annoys you the most about just going into public. How many times in your life have you been asked, how tall are you?
Every time I go in public, pretty much. If I go around people I don't know, I always get the questions like, the first one's how tall are you? Second one's do you play basketball? Sometimes I'll throw them off and say, nah, like tennis or some other random thing. Just because it gets boring saying the same thing over and over. But
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it gets annoying. It depends on my mood. If I'm, sometimes I'll go along with it. Sometimes I'll just answer the questions, keep moving. It kind of depends.
No, I feel you. I used to do the same thing, but like people actually believe me because I'm 5'9", 5'10". But like if I said baseball, they're like, okay, you look like a baseball player. But like, we'd be in the elevator and I see how that would throw some people off. But you know who you should hang out with more?
Who?
Rob Bob.
Rob Bob? Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't even know where he is now. So.
No, but listen, Chet, if you hung out with Rob Bob,
I wouldn't be the tallest in the room.
People wouldn't ask you how tall you were. They'd be like, dude, how tall is Rob? You know what I'm saying? You could feel like me, like just a normal, like height person. You're good.
Yeah.
You do that. Let's talk about your boy Jalen Suggs right now. You keeping up with a lot of college basketball?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of basketball. It kind of took a little dip because the NBA season started, but I'm still watching a few games every day, pretty much.
You watch more NBA or college when it's all on?
I'd say it's probably about half and half, to be honest.
Half and half.
Yeah, because college basketball is more immediate future, and then NBA basketball. Hopefully, that's the plan one day.
No,
get
for
there.
sure.
So yeah, I kind of want to understand both because they're very different.
Yeah, no, they're very, very different. I feel like who was I just watching? Oh, I was watching the Heat and the Bucks last night, and then I switched back and watched a college game. And you'll see here in a couple months just how different the pace is. College guys and the spacing and all that stuff.
Spacing's the big one. I mean, 3-point line's farther back, floor is bigger.
There's no zoning. You can't. Guys aren't sitting in the lane.
Well, I mean, you can zone, but you can't sit in the lane all day.
Yeah, I don't know if any NBA teams really zone on a consistent basis. Maybe a 3-2, I guess, keeps everybody out.
Most teams, yeah, they switch it up to throw people off.
Yeah, it's way different. So let's talk about the craziest thing that we've had to deal with as sports, with everything that's going on with COVID, no fans in the stands. Is that the case? Because you guys are playing right now high school basketball, right?
No, we start January 4th.
You guys don't start till January 4th?
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, we start practice the 4th, and then I think we start games like a week later.
So we're all watching basketball. Sports are like kind of back-ish, but at the same time, I'm sitting here watching and playing in games with no fans. Nobody's in the stands. You got these stupid cardboard cutouts, which are the dumbest things I've ever heard of. Like, they don't add anything. It looks like you're watching like old video game like NBA 2K whatever 11 or something. You know what I'm saying? Just bad graphics. So what is it? You haven't started playing, right? High school basketball?
No, not our season. Technically, no.
Okay. So do you feel like, at least watching it, does it feel a lot different when you're watching college basketball or not really?
I mean, it doesn't feel different from the fan perspective because you don't really even see the stands. You just see the court. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I can already, like, picture, like, the differences. Like, you don't get any type of momentum from the crowd being – like, there's no home or away games. All the games, it's like scrimmages, really.
That's exactly you hit it right on the head. It feels
you don't got people behind the hoop when you shoot free throws, doing stupid stuff trying to distract you. Nobody's screaming. Like, you can hear everything. Like, end of a game, tie game, 30 seconds left. Like, you can't hear somebody 3 feet away from you, but with no fans, like
it changes everything. It does feel 100% feels just like a scrimmage. I was telling people like that when I went home over Christmas break, like, what's it feel like? And now Kansas, they had fans. They had 3,000. I'm pretty sure it was more than 3,000, but that's, whatever. That's Kansas. They might have just left the door propped open. But like at West Virginia, we don't have any fans, and it's dead silent in there. You have to create your own energy. Now, you haven't played a high school game with that yet, but did they have fans that you just got done playing Emoni Bates, what, a couple weeks ago?
I'd say it was about like a month ago or so.
A month ago now? I got you.
I don't know. Yeah.
Did they have fans there?
Yeah, there were a few. It was limited though. It definitely wasn't packed in there. It was probably about like 30% capacity.
I got you. Was it different playing then? Because I'm assuming, you're used to playing with Jalen Suggs in high school. You guys had sold out crowds. Are you expecting it to be different?
Yeah. But, we've played in sold-out crowds. We've played in empty gyms. So, like, I'm kind of used to it. But, like, once the game starts going, you kind of forget about all the extra stuff. Like, the fans, they don't really
it doesn't.
You don't notice them that much. Once you get going up and down, like, you're kind of focused on the game. I don't really notice it too much.
Yeah. How much like day-to-day – when you say you start practice, you've already started practice for high school or no?
No, not till the 4th.
And then you don't play until when?
A week later. So,
you got a week to practice?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shoot, I guess AAU is pretty much like that too. You meet the guys and then you go to the tournament. Yeah,
we've been fine for the last however long. We haven't practiced for AAU. We didn't really practice as a team all that often. Like, we'd all work out and stuff, but for the most part, our AAU team, we've had the same group of guys since like 3rd grade. So, we've been running the same stuff since 3rd grade. We don't need to practice it anymore. We know like the sets and stuff. So we kind of just, go work out, stay in shape, keep the jump shot going, and then just kind of show up and put it together.
Do you get foul calls, honestly, on a game-to-game basis, or not really in high school?
It depends on the day, but for the most part, shout out to Minnesota refs. They've kept it fair.
Hey, Chet, you're a smart man. You might have to start. You might start your political career right now. Run for governor because you know how to answer the questions.
Politics isn't for me.
I know, but at least sometimes down the road, I don't know. You know how to answer the question because.
Well, yeah. It's already hard enough to please everybody. So politics. It's almost impossible in that one.
Yeah, but here's the great thing, Chet, is you don't have to please everybody. You know, you're gonna
I
continue.
understand that. I understand that, but
You're gonna
that's
continue.
kind of what politics is like, a popularity game, basically.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Not fun. Not for us.
Yeah, I don't like getting into those ones.
Well, you better be kidding, because you say that and then run for governor, and now somebody puts this clip out there, and like this guy, it's like Anthony Edwards when he said like I don't even really like basketball, but then they explain now he's the number one.
I feel like I don't know the whole story on that one, but I feel like they took that out of context.
Yeah, how funny are Anthony Edwards interviews though?
They're pretty good. They're good.
I don't know if I've seen a better rookie interview outside. Talk about
I
somebody
mean,
who doesn't care.
funnier. Yeah, that was definitely a good one. I definitely, after I saw that clip, I had to go watch the whole thing.
The whole interview?
Yeah, I had to go watch it.
No, he's funny. He's good. This rookie class is pretty interesting, both like on and off the court. You got all the LaMelo stuff. Have you been keeping up with a lot of rookies?
Yeah, I've been a decent amount. Yeah. Probably the lottery, and then a few guys that I've seen for a few years.
What do you think about LaMelo's situation and with the Hornets right now? You think that's a good fit?
I think it's good because he's got good people he can learn behind, especially like Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham. Then you got Gordon Hayward. You got Bismack Biyombo. Kind of. I'm only saying that because I saw the little clip of him, giving some advice to LaMelo. I don't know what he was saying, but it looked like it was important and helpful. But I mean, I feel like it's kind of an awkward situation for him at the same time because, they do have a lot of veterans and older guys. So like, are they going to push for the playoffs? Are they going to give LaMelo some more time to, kind of develop more? I don't know. We'll see. But it should be interesting. He'll be fine either way.
No, he's definitely going to be fine. I know people are like, I mean, that's what everybody wants to do on social media, which is kind of when you brought up the whole people pleasing and stuff like that. I just feel like with our generation now, like, I don't even I don't read comments anymore. Like I stay completely away from it. I'm not sure
I used to do that. Yeah, I stopped too.
So you're completely away from, you don't read a comment on your social media.
Oh, no. All right, I'll take that back. I do read comments. I'm not telling everybody go comment on my post, blah, 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 stay super stuff so you can get my attention. Don't do that.
Right.
But I read them here and there. I don't respond anymore because it's just like, for what? What's the point? Wasting my time. I got more important things to do than sit on social media and respond to endless amounts of people. But yeah, it's definitely like you said, after I think it was the first preseason game and LaMelo had 0 points, missed a few shots. But he had a lot of great plays, and people on the internet talk about bust, blah, blah, blah. It's like, he's a preseason game. It doesn't even mean anything. And, people jump into conclusions and stuff. It's frustrating. It's kind of annoying that, people can just do that and like no accountability for anything they say. But all right, I'm done ranting now.
No. This is a good rant. To be honest, this is
it definitely is, but I don't
in terms of like this podcast and stuff like this, if Tom was here today, and our viewers know that Tom is 100% the pros and cons. He's all pros for social media. He loves social media. He loves TikTok and all this.
I'm huge on social media. I think it's a great thing when it's used correctly, but I think a lot of people use it incorrectly.
There's a lot of negative. With it.
I don't understand why people, will waste time in their life to be worried about another man they don't even know. Like, they have no idea. They've never met this person, but they're commenting twice a day on this person's life. I don't understand it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's negative. Yeah, it's post and ghost. That's what I've pretty much gotten to the point now where if you want to post something like actually it's crazy, the baby, out of all people, the philosopher that the baby is, he tweeted something about if social media wasn't such a lucrative business tool, I wouldn't be on it. I say
that all the time. Yeah, if social media wasn't going to make me money one day, I'd delete it personally, because it's not really. I mean, I can say that from my position. A lot of people like a couple of years ago, I think I had like 1,500 followers or something. I was like, oh, I want followers, because it's like a adrenaline rush or something when you get like 100 followers in like 10 minutes. Like you feel like some type of gratitude.
Little dopamine.
And then once you get
burst.
it, you realize like, all right, what has that done for me? Really not much. It's just random people tuning into my life. Doesn't mean that much. It doesn't really help me do anything. Hopefully one day it can make me some money and actually help me out. But other than that, it's really only good for, making you money, and then it gives you a platform like for important things like social justice issues. I feel like, okay, if I wasn't going to make money on social media, I'd probably keep it just for like social justice issues. But other than that, I think it's kind of pointless, to be honest.
No, I completely agree. And then even with the social justice stuff, there's a fine line between that, because people at the same time, like what we saw with, Black Lives Matter and how great of a movement that was for like so many people, especially in the sports world. And I'm sure you saw that too. But then, social media also gives a voice to the people who are ignorant, who, don't want to see change and all this stuff. So there's just like there's just like this weird, pros and cons about it. But I completely agree. If it wasn't a lucrative business opportunity, I don't really care for it as much. Now, with my podcast and with YouTube and even Instagram and stuff, the main way I look at it is if there's 100,000, followers, and, only 100 of them are kids who like look up to a guy like you or a guy like me, and something that we post.
If you can touch those 100 kids and,
That's
inspire them to be great.
Yeah.
I love it. But the problem with that is then you got to deal with 1,000 people that are
you got to deal with a lot.
Pardon my language, but talking shit on the internet for no reason. And me talking about this and rant about this, I feel like a bunch of people are going to try and get at me. Like I care. I really don't. You guys can comment all day. At the end of the day, it's wasting your guys' time. It's not wasted my time.
At the end of the day, that's the easiest way to shut anybody up, is to show that they just can't get to you. That's how the internet mob works. As soon as they see, we got under somebody's skin, now here comes all the, Cheeto fingers into the comment section. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you leave them alone, don't say nothing back, keep moving. Now all of a sudden they just move on. They're like piranhas.
They move on to the next one. Yeah. It's an endless circle.
Yeah. No, bro, it's funny. Okay, let's plug the YouTube channel now that we're talking about all the negative stuff. I'm glad we hit that, because we're both on the same page. Social media, if I can touch just one life out of, the 10 people, the other 9 hate me or just want to see me fall or fail or whatever, cool. But if I can get one kid who follows me and wants all this stuff, there's a lot of positive aspects to it. That's why I did this stuff. And now you're starting to kind of get into it as well. Talk about YouTube. Why'd you decide you just started a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. So basically, coronavirus pandemic, everything's closed, nothing to do. So, I've had a lot of time in my crib to think. And, I've just been bored really. And then, like you said, business opportunities, people, you can touch, both in terms of, if you build the platform, you can touch even more people, in terms of, justice issues, social justice issues, all types of different things. And then down the road, hopefully, business opportunities, things like that. And then also just, being able to kind of share my story. I put on my Instagram, give me some ideas for videos you guys like to see. I haven't posted any videos yet, but y'all can still go subscribe to my channel. If I get 2,000 subscribers, I'll drop my first video.
There we go.
Yeah, for sure. Link will be somewhere attached to this. Y'all can find it.
We will get the YouTube link in here for sure, no doubt.
And then, like I was saying, business opportunities down the road, and then just being able to touch people and share my story really, because I feel like, Overtime and Slam and all these different news outlets, they ask me questions and share my story and stuff. And, if I could do that for myself and benefit myself doing that, because I'm already doing it, I thought that'd be a good idea. So.
Yeah, well, let's get into that. Like the stuff that kids are going to see, people are going to see. Shouldn't say kids, because you'd be surprised who watches your stuff. But just people, what they're going to see on Chet Holmgren's YouTube is what? Tell me your story. Like I want to know from the start.
I haven't 100% decided what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be a big variety of things. You know, when I asked people what they wanted to see, you know, probably 50% of the comments was, you know, do a day in the life, do a, you know, what's your daily routine, and then like workout videos and stuff. Which if I did a day in the life, it would be in there.
Right.
And then, like pregame routine, just like kind of just wanted to see into my life. Like I said, you know, get to share my story from, you know, my own type of platform and benefit from it. And then, you know, also kind of wanted to do some things, you know, give back to the fans. Because, you know, if I could brighten up somebody's day, like if I made a video of me calling fans out of the blue, you know, if I could make somebody's day doing that, because I definitely feel like, you know, that would make some people's day if I could do that and, you know, make a pretty cool video out of it. You know, that'd be cool too. You know, maybe like a giveaway video, giving away some like an old jersey or something like that. You know, just still brainstorming through ideas, but we'll figure it out.
No, I like it. I like it. Well, let's talk about, so they're going to see day in the life and stuff, and they're going to see Chet Holmgren, the potential #1 pick in the upcoming drafts, whatever year it may be. They're seeing that Chet. Okay. Let's take it back. How old are you right now?
18.
Okay. Let's take it back. I don't know, 8 years, 9 or 8, 7 years, whatever. When you're 10, just kind of starting to get in the groove of maybe this basketball thing is for me. Talk to me about your development as a player, which I'm sure you've told the story 100 times, but being a much different, like prototypical player. I mean, yes, your height is something that's always separated you, but that also had to come with, I'm sure, challenges and other things that you had to kind of face. I mean, people don't expect you to play anywhere outside of 5 feet away from the rim, but if anybody watches you play more like you want to be like a 6'3" guard and have all the skills to do it. So talk to me about your development coming up.
Yeah, so it definitely was a development. It took a lot of time. I did my due diligence on the bench, coming up, watching, learning, but it definitely paid off. My coaches never really taught me to play on the inside or even inside out. I was taught how to play outside in, because you know they saw where the game was going. Kind of started with Dirk, and then KD took it to a whole new level.
Right.
And then now you see, like, you know, if you're under 6'6" in the league, even as point guard, you're a small player.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the game's definitely changing, and that's kind of just my coaches just kind of wanted to make sure that, you know, I was you know, kind of caught up in terms of style of play, and definitely paid off.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So when was like, who was the biggest impact on you? Because in order to have like a guard skill set that you have at your height, who impacted you the most? Because I grew up as well right next door in Wisconsin. There's just not a lot in the upper Midwest of, you know, big city where you got trainers, you got all this stuff where, you know, at least, you know, country renowned where a lot of people know these trainers. Do you have one? How did that kind of go growing up, or was it just coaches and pops, or who was it?
Yeah, so I'd definitely say, like, my dad's probably tied up there at the biggest, because I mean, without him, I wouldn't even probably play basketball. Maybe, I don't know, but I wouldn't have started when I started. And then I'd say Coach Larry. That's Jalen's dad, actually. So, you know, been with him since 3rd grade, and you know, basketball genius over there. Anybody could have a 10-minute conversation about basketball with them and kind of know that. But like you said about big cities and the renowned trainers and stuff, you know, don't get fooled by, you know, the names of trainers and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, you know, not everybody who kind of puts out the image of a great trainer, you know, a lot of, like, it's definitely, I mean, in any type of business, there's going to be, you know, bad business and, you know, people looking to get on you. So, you know, just be careful. Don't just fall for anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely not trying to put bad blood out there on any trainers, but I'm just saying, you know, be careful, because, you know, not everything's how it seems. And, you know, the name isn't everything. There's a lot of people like Larry. I'm sure not many people outside of the, you know, real tight basketball world know him or know about his body of work too much, but definitely great.
Well,
and if you
I
work
mean,
with him, you know.
forget a body of work when, you know, you got Jalen Suggs' you know, son. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That speaks for
Yeah.
itself.
Speaks for itself. Yeah.
In terms of his basketball mind, what do workouts look like with him? Like, what is he talking to you about and stuff like that? Like, as you're growing up, I mean, is
Yeah.
he comparing you to NBA guys? Is he instilling that kind of confidence in you? What makes him different or so impactful for you as a, not even a trainer, but just an influence?
That's a hard question to answer because I couldn't give you a straight up answer, but yeah, that's a tough one.
What about your pops?
My
How much
dad,
was he impacted?
well, I mean, he got me to play basketball even when I didn't want to play basketball, and then I ended up wanting to play basketball myself. So, you know, that kind of speaks for itself.
Hold
But then
on, pause. Hold on. So Chet at one point, which I'm assuming you were always the tallest person in any room at
yeah,
any age.
yeah.
So you didn't want to play basketball, and Pops was like, "Hey, maybe we should give this a shot." How old were you when that happened?
Probably like second grade, and then, you know, he said just go watch, and then I was like, one day I was like, I'm here, I might as well put my shoes on. And then I played, and it was park board, so like
Okay. Yep.
everybody was terrible. I was terrible, but I was just tall, so like I was better than everybody because I could miss
Right.
like 8 shots, get my rebound, and then shoot till I made it.
Right.
And then the next year I did AAU, and that was like my eye-opening experience because, you know, that's where it gets serious. So yeah, I probably played like 3 minutes the whole AAU season.
Hey, 3 minutes is 3 minutes. Okay, listen, if
Yeah,
you
I was
want to,
the real
if
bench
you
warmer
want,
that year.
right, if you want to tie them up, right? Say second grade, Pops was like, play basketball. Chet, nah, I don't want to. What would Chet Holmgren be doing right now if he wasn't hooping?
I don't know. To be honest, I think I was born to play basketball. So I don't know. There's those dudes that are just like, you look at them, you're like, yeah, they were born to play basketball. If they weren't playing basketball, I don't know what they'd be doing. That's me.
Nah,
Yeah.
don't give me
Like,
that.
I'm
Hold
sure
on.
I'd find something, but like I haven't thought about it because, you know, I play basketball. That's what I do.
What do you do in your free time? You do something. You play video games?
Yeah, I just be, you know, chilling, to be honest, playing video games. You know, I love to eat food. People look at me, they're like, skinny, eats food. I'm like, I eat food. I'm skinny. Like, not
But
much I can.
you can put away some food.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How many
Definitely.
calories you got to eat in a day? I know, like, just at your height, that
There's a
people are
lot.
looking
Yeah.
forward. Do you have a
I try
nutritionist or
to,
anything, or you do it all yourself?
nah, but like I've done some research. Like, I'm sure it'll get, you know, as the years go on, it'll get more and more serious. But right now,
Right.
it's just trying to eat as much as I can. I try to get 3 good meals of like at least 1,000 calories. Then I try to throw 2 snacks in there of at least like 500. You know, and then I've got like, you know, I've got a lot of snacks, and then
All right.
you know,
This will be good for the social cuts. So, okay, Chet, give me 24 hours. You wake up to when you go to sleep. Like, what's a normal eating day look like for you? Just give me an example.
all right. So when I wake up, I'd probably get big bowl of oatmeal with some fruit. And then I'd probably get,
Oatmeal is disgusting,
you
by the way.
know,
Fact.
what'd you say?
Oatmeal is disgusting, by the way. Fact.
No, I used to think the same thing, but the little Insta oatmeal packs, put some milk in there, they're actually pretty decent. And then throw some
Okay.
fruit in there, they're decent.
Okay. I got
Regular,
you.
like if you get the big tub of like raw oatmeal and it's all dry and
Yeah.
those are nasty, no flavor.
Okay.
Then I'll get some eggs, throw it in there with that, and then I'll have like, I drink a lot of chocolate milk, so I'll probably throw chocolate milk in, you know, until it runs out with every meal. And then, you know, snack granola bars and fruit really work pretty well. You know, peanut butter and apples, stuff like that. You know, smoothies, protein shakes.
Are
And
we
then
even to lunch yet?
no, but
Okay.
like I was covering all the snacks. I was covering all the snacks in one.
Got it. Got it.
That wasn't one single snack. That was just like a bunch of stuff that was examples. Yeah. And then lunch, probably try to go with, you know, some salmon, either some like rice or some dinner rolls or something, even though it's lunch. And then try to have some fruit again, some chocolate milk, and then dinner. That's where I get my vegetables. I like vegetables, but I don't like them that much to have them with multiple meals in a day.
Right.
So, you know, that's when I'll have more heavy protein, like you know, if it's a good day, you know, have some steak or something like that, and then, you know, mashed potatoes. That's a good example. And then like some roasted veggies. It mixes up a lot, but like broccoli, carrots, stuff like that. That's pretty regular.
And then a huge brownie, right? Or something, cake, something. Tell me your normal
chocolate ice cream.
All right.
And then I got some like I always put caramel on top. Chocolate ice cream. Yeah,
you put
good.
caramel on top of chocolate ice cream?
Yeah, it sounds weird, but it tastes good. It's a lot of sugar.
100%. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard, actually. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it's the weirdest.
No, it's not. We've had
You've
some
lived
weird
a boring
things
life if that's the weirdest thing you've heard.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's not the weirdest thing we've heard on even the show. That's some weird stuff, but that's weird. All right, that's weird. Chet Holmgren
There's plenty of people that do a lot weirder with food.
Yeah, but still, Chet Holmgren is confirmed a big food guy and a big weird dessert guy. Loves weird desserts. All right. Well, okay, so you're doing all this stuff and you're trying to prepare for the next step. You're in high school, and actually, let's not even skip over that. Okay, so take me through your first 3 years of high school, how those went. Were you born and raised in that same area? You were always zoned to go there and play with Suggs, or was that kind of
Yeah. So I guess we'll bring it back. Yeah, I've always lived in South Minneapolis. Jalen lived probably 5 miles away, other side of the river, Mississippi River. For those of you guys who don't know Minnesota geography, St. Paul and Minnesota are right next to each other, and a river goes in between. So he lived right on the other side of the river, and then the school was kind of like right in the middle, almost kind of.
In the river? The school was in the river. Got it.
No,
okay,
no, right next to the river. It was on the river, but not in the river, if that makes sense.
It wasn't in the river.
And, so basically, like a bunch of us from AAU wanted to play together, so you know we all kind of chose a school we could go to together. And that was like 6th grade. We all started at Minnehaha in 6th grade. So like they're saying we recruit, but we don't, because I mean, if you're recruiting 6th graders, then you should be on an NBA scout team somewhere.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. And then, you know, kind of Jalen started playing varsity in 7th grade. Instant impact, you know, averaged like 14 as a 7th grader, you know.
He averaged 14 in high school on the varsity team as a 7th grader?
Yeah. The level of our schedule definitely changed over the years, but
right.
That's still a big accomplishment as a 7th grader.
No matter what.
I started playing varsity in 8th grade. Didn't play much. Back to my bench warmer days, but it was a good experience. And then going on to high school, like you asked, freshman year, I think I was like 6th man, 7th man. You know, came off the bench, played my role, spaced the floor, set picks. You know, had a good play here and there, but for the most part, I was a role player. Had some older guys playing over me. And then sophomore year, I think I was like the only big dude on our team. Other than that, it was all like point guards, shooting guards, and then we had like a couple small forwards. But like that meant I had to play a big role. I never really subbed out unless I was in foul trouble. So like I played a lot, and it kind of paid off. That was like the year like I kind of blew up. Sophomore year, going into junior year, AAU season was like when I really blew up. But it all started that high school season, and then so we won state championships. I forgot to mention we won state championships my 8th grade year, my freshman year, and my sophomore year, and then junior year.
Kind of brushed over that.
What'd you say?
You just kind of brushed over the 3 state championships that happened. So
Corona,
but you weren't like a huge impact 8th grade and freshman year. It didn't really kind of come to fruition until your sophomore year. You're saying?
Yeah. So like I mean, I won a championship at every kind of role, kind of like, you know, 8th grade year, you know, I was kind of like Jared Dudley, you know, I held down the bench. I was there when needed, you know, I made sure, you know, everything was coming together. And then freshman year, you know, I was coming off the bench playing my role. But, you know, at the end of the day, I knew who to give the ball to. And then sophomore year was kind of like when I got to really step up and be my whole player and kind of show what I could do. And we still won. So
yeah, and that's not super uncommon for high school kids to go through kind of that.
that's kind of like the
Yeah,
climb
that's your
of the
progression.
average. Yeah, but like with a little different. I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to word.
I'm sure there was a lot of different things that happened in between there and, ups and downs. But for kids that are listening to the pod right now and that might be going through that or eventually going to go through that, you said something really well. Like whatever it was, whatever year I was in, it didn't matter. It was, I knew what my role was and I played it just to the best of my ability. That had to be difficult at times though, or maybe it didn't.
Oh yeah, it was really frustrating, especially 8th grade year when I wasn't playing. Like I felt like I was good enough to play, but I had to do my due diligence. There were older guys. At the end of the day, seniority is definitely a thing. People think it's really dumb, but it definitely is a thing.
It plays a role for sure.
So I kind of I just had to sit back and keep working in practice because even if you're not playing in games. Freshman year, 8th grade year, that's still really early, especially if you're on varsity, that's still a really good thing. You just got to kind of keep your head down and go hard in practice because, the older guys graduate and then, it's your turn. You got to be ready when it's your turn.
How much time in a day do you put in on the floor or just basketball in general, not just on the floor? If it's weights, film, whatever.
Yeah, it depends on the day. But like so far today, I think I was at the gym for like almost 4 hours. Do like an hour and a half of weights. Do that 6 days a week. And then did some today was a lot of shooting drills and stuff. And then we did some like one-on-one stuff after because we can't fill the gym up enough to have 5-on-5, but got it in a little bit. And then you can't hoop for 12 hours a day. Your body will fall apart. But I definitely like to watch a lot of basketball even when I'm not hooping because I feel like watching basketball is still putting in work because especially if you're watching it with intent to like understand and learn from it. Pausing it, rewinding it, watching this, seeing where this guy goes, why he goes there, why this happened, stuff like that. So I probably, depending on the day, but probably watch a couple hours of basketball too. So I'd say add up to like 6 hours a day.
Yeah, anywhere from like 3 to 6 hours a day. I think kids, it's important for kids to hear that because nowadays, I'll get kids, right? And they'll be younger and I'll have, met them at some point and they'll be like, hey, do you know anybody who could make like a workout edit, like video for me? And I'm just like, okay, now this is what people don't put together and understand. Like they see Chet or they see, my stuff from high school and they're like, well, they just, it was just a video and that like everybody watched it, whatever. They don't understand is the fact that you don't get that kind of stuff. That is like the final tip of the iceberg. It's the last point of destination. It's that whole road of constant days where nobody's in the gym with you, which I'm assuming not a lot of people go in with you unless it's, whatever, to rebound or something like that. You're in there by yourself 3 to 6 hours a day. And if anybody out there right now is listening and has a passion, understand that you're only going to see, and this kind of ties back in with social media, you're only going to see that end result. You're only going to see the highlight plays and all that stuff, workouts and all this stuff. And you're going to fail. What you can't do is fail to understand that took 10,000 hours or more in total, somewhere between our 3 and 6 hours a day that you just hit on to get to that point. Don't try to skip steps. That's why I just wanted to – I was curious to how much time you put in. I knew it had to be a lot of –
a lot of people like hunt for gratitude without accomplishing anything. That's the problem with social media. Like people are, they want likes. They want people to see them doing this and, think of them this way. Like that's not – I don't think that's how it works because, thankfully social media wasn't big when, we were growing up, but now there's like 3rd and 4th graders, posting mixtapes and stuff.
Yeah,
and honestly, like, great for them. great for them. I'm not hating on anybody, but I'm just
No.
like personally, I don't post mixtapes anymore. I don't believe in them anymore because, I mean, you could have 12 points on 28 shots and have 11 turnovers, but
But if
somebody
you
could
get
you could
those,
make a cold mixtape with that 12 points. Just
right,
saying.
yeah,
So like mixtapes hide the mistakes,
yeah,
and then like workout videos and stuff. That goes back to, you know, chasing gratitude without accomplishing anything. You know, the
yeah.
workouts, you shouldn't chase gratitude for the workouts. You should chase gratitude for, you know, what the workouts do. They, you know, at the end of the day, they help you perform better, and that's what you should be looking
Yeah.
for. You should, not the
I think our
workout.
generation is used to everything's got to be like polished. It's got to be like all prettied up. You know what I'm saying? There's no more like raw cut of like this is what a real workout looks like. This is what like my one-on-ones look like,
Oh,
where everybody's getting their ass busted, but instead of it just being all one-sided, you get to see like you said what the work really does for you. No
oh,
doubt. No doubt.
yeah, and like how can you make a workout video with cuts? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I know.
If you're making a workout video, it's pretty much the raw workout through and through. Because like, what is somebody if they're watching you do a workout video where part of the workout video is just you shooting a shot? They're not seeing the whole move you did before. They're not seeing why you did the move.
They're not seeing if it's game
They're not
speed.
seeing reads that were explained to you by the trainer, which
Right.
they should be doing. It just I'm not
Yeah,
big.
it's getting a little bit out of control, but there's definitely still at the end of the day, there's guys who are going to separate themselves from the pack, and guys like you. I'm trying to think just in high school right now. You, Mikey, Emoni, who you played. Talk to me about the game with Emoni Bates. You guys went down there, played them. It was like it was classified as an AAU game, so that way you could, you know, it's not a high school game because you're not starting until January. Whatever. You and Emoni played. Talk to me about Emoni and his game. What did you think of it?
I definitely think he's great. He's definitely very good. 3-level scorer. Can pretty much make something happen out of nothing. And yeah, definitely a tough cover. It was a great game to be able to go down there, and we were just glad for the opportunity, so we went to make the most out of it.
He's younger though, right? How old is Emoni?
Yeah, I think he's 16. So yeah, 16. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so he's 2 years younger than you. He's still got a lot of time left in high school.
Yeah.
But you see him being, and you, to be honest. Let's talk about a year from now. I know you're not sitting here making a college decision. That's not what I'm asking you to do.
Yeah.
But there's now you have to ask everybody coming up in high school at your level, are you, thinking about only college route? Because
Yeah.
no longer is it wrong, because for a long time it was like, oh, he wants to just skip college. That's stupid. You can't do that. Well, that's not the case anymore. Guys are doing it. Guys are showing it works. LaMelo's in the league and never stepped foot on a college campus. It does work. You got Jalen Green and all these guys in that G League class.
Yeah.
Talk to me about where your mind's at in terms of I have another year before I have to make a pretty big decision at age 18 or 19, whatever you're going to be.
Yeah. Right now, I'm definitely just focused on finding the right college. The education part was big, and they're changing the name and likeness rules. So I feel like, if I'm a good businessman, I don't know yet, but hopefully, I could make, close to the same amount as if some of these other options.
If you're real good in business, you can make a lot more than you ever will on the court. But that's a different
Yeah,
level.
yeah, definitely. But I mean, at the end of the day, that comes down to taking the money you make in basketball and turning it into more money. But
Yep.
we're not getting any money from basketball in college. You got to make your own money, kind
So
of.
you're pretty zoned in. You're pretty zoned in on going to college.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's based on just the education piece of it. Is that kind of more of a
No,
family?
not just that. No, a few different things. Just not gonna get too much into it. But basically, the education, uh, the college, experience
Experience.
that makes sense. And then a few other things, but
So and I'm assuming development too as well. I mean, it's
yeah,
another year for a guy like you who. How much you weigh right now?
I've gotten up to like 192.
Okay. So you're gonna go to a school and you're gonna put on, like, for the first time, you're gonna have like a team of people focused on how
Yeah.
much Chet's eating, what is he eating, at the NBA level, what does he need to be, how are we gonna get him there? The strength and conditioning from experience is the biggest jump that you're gonna see, and you're gonna love it, because I can already tell you're a workhorse and a guy who just stays in the gym. But that's the biggest jump. So with education playing a big role in it, and on top of that, development and other stuff, that'll be a really good thing for you. So G League, that thing's kind of just not in your cards, at least not what you're thinking.
Not at this time.
I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
But name, image, likeness. So you brought that up.
Yeah.
College athletes eventually, who knows? Let me tell you something about the NCAA. If they can drag their feet, they're going to put cinder blocks in their shoes and do it. So, hopefully that's done. And by the time you're on campus, let's say hypothetically it is. What are some things? Is it all going to be kind of YouTube based? You want to be able to just put your stuff out, or are you going to do? Would you like to be able to do deals with other like companies and brands?
Oh yeah, of course, definitely a mix. If I can generate my own revenue, let's say that be from, YouTube, or start streaming video games, Twitch. There's a million different, possibilities for revenue in 2020 on the internet itself, and then also other deals, whether that be doing a commercial for a company or posting an ad on my social media.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different opportunities. Once I make some money, there's millions of different things you can do. You go into, rental properties, different stuff like that, investments, stuff like that. So there's a lot of different ways.
I love it, bro. Hey, just listening to you right now. This spring I graduate with a sport management and political science degree. So that's like zoned for like agency. If I start my own agency, all I need is listen, I just need a sit down, Chet. We'll just sit down and talk. All right.
All
All right, just a sit down. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody can get us in trouble. But I love where your head's at with everything in terms of the work on the court and off the court. We agree on a lot of different stuff. But, bro, I really appreciate you jumping on the pod. I'm going to give 5 more minutes. We're going to run down this game, and then I'm going to let you go. Okay, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, folks. That was Chet Holmgren on Subject2Change. And before we let him jump out of here, we're going to play a great game to wrap up the new year. Thank God 2020 is gone. But before it is, we're going to do this. New year, new me. I'm going to read off 2 options of a New Year's resolution, and Chet's going to pick which one he would rather do and why. You ready, Chet? Chet, are you ready? Hello?
I'm ready. I'm waiting.
Okay. All right, 3, 2, 1. Number 1, read more books or learn how to cook.
I think I'm already pretty good at cooking, but I feel like there's more I can learn, but definitely learn how to cook. Not a big reading guy.
Not a big reading guy. Okay, but what's a go-to dish for you if you're cooking? Don't tell me mac and cheese if
I'm
you're just
cooking.
you know how to cook.
No, not mac and cheese. If I could make anything, it would definitely be like a filet mignon, servitor, something.
Yeah.
I'd have to look up a recipe, but and I'd have to get like a pretty decent budget, but that's definitely a go-to.
That'll take care of itself. Number 2, start doing yoga or pick up meditation.
Both. I feel like both would be good.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. Do you do any yoga?
I have. I wouldn't say I do it on a regular basis, but I have.
Got you. All right. Number 3, we talked about this in the full episode. Make sure you go listen to it. Delete social media or stop watching TV. What would you do?
I don't really watch TV other than basketball, which isn't really TV. So I'd say stop watching TV.
Okay. You don't got any go-to shows, no Netflix stuff? You're not a big guy in that?
Nah, I used to, but being busy kind of just stopped, I guess.
Why do I have this weird feeling that you might be a Naruto guy, like anime, a little bit?
Not at all. I hate anime. I don't understand how people watch it. It's so cringy to me, and people are gonna hate me and say stuff about me saying that. But
I'm not a big anime guy either, but I thought maybe you had
but if there's a future endorsement in that, I'm a huge anime guy.
Look at this businessman working. Number 4. All right. Only wear 1 pair of shoes or wear the same fit every single day.
Same fit. I'll just go all black.
like you're doing right now, just a Nike.
Pretty much. All black. You can put all black with any shoes, pretty much. All black. Tech suit.
I like it. All right. We talked about what Chet did in his free time, but he said he pretty much just plays basketball. So I don't know where we're going with this one. Would you rather journal every day or draw every day?
What was the first one?
Journal.
Definitely draw. I'm a big doodler. I'd be in class doodling. But I feel like doodling, you could doodle a journal. So like same thing kind of.
All right. So one or the other. Okay. Number 6. I did this for 4 days and like 12 hours. Go vegan or no more sweets. No soda, candy, cookies, none of that.
Go vegan. I'm not. So like ice cream and stuff, that's all sweets, not just candy.
Right. All that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like going vegan would be good for me. Actually, nah. I need the calories. I'm too skinny to be vegan. Sorry, the vegans out there.
Yeah, no shame. We're not shaming any vegans. We're not doing that. We don't need that kind of heat.
Yeah. But I need my ice cream and stuff. So, yeah, definitely, yeah.
All right, number 7. Only cold showers every day, or you take an ice bath every day?
Ice bath every day?
Every day. You're gonna feel great.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever taken a real ice bath.
What?
I haven't gone any higher than like just past my knees, really. It's too cold. I'll do a cold tub, but the ice, once it gets to ice bath, that's too much.
Really? So if there's sitting ice, you're not getting in it?
No. I'll cover myself completely in ice bags before I get an ice bath. Can't do it.
That'll probably change here. You let me know in 6 months.
I know it's gonna change, but
you're it away. Number 8, run 1,000 miles in a year or do 1,000 push-ups every day. Runner or a pusher?
Run how many miles?
1,000 miles in a year. So
that's 3 a day. That's not that bad.
What is that?
I'd rather do 1,000 push-ups though.
All right.
It'd probably take like 45 minutes. I'd be buff. Like I'm not complaining. I'd be huge.
Your chest would be stupid. All right.
I do a lot of push-ups, not 1,000 though.
No shot. Number 9, get a girlfriend or no girls at all in your life. Not sure how that one goes with mom's allowed, sister, that's fine, but no girls.
Get a girlfriend or no girls at all?
Yep. Cold turkey.
That's an easy answer. Get a girlfriend. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who would say the other one.
Listen, I didn't write this, Chet. Don't yell at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm questioning the question.
Hey, I read it and I'm like, I probably wouldn't choose the latter. But anyways, number 10, you answered it right. Hit the gym 3 times a day or eat 5,000 calories a day.
Both.
I'm going to say Chet Holmgren probably is doing both right now.
Both, yeah.
Are you a 5,000 calorie a day guy?
Yeah, the hardest part about eating a lot is cooking a lot because it's easy to eat, but, the hard part's cooking, cleaning, what you use to cook, the time it takes to cook. One day I'll have a personal chef, hopefully.
No doubt.
That's all that for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, how could I say like, I wouldn't say she isn't.
I'll say that right now.
Anyway,
she's a terrible cook. You could say it.
No, I wouldn't say that about my mom, even if she was.
I love her, but she knows she can't cook. She can bake like 2 things, and that's it. That's the only thing. My pops is the one. But anyways, everybody, that was Chet Holmgren on New Year, New Me. Make sure you go check out the full episode and the entire podcast. Other than that, enjoy your day, folks. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
OT is taking over the world, y'all. You got to get fitted head to toe like your boy. Whoo, yeah, I'm rocking that Overtime Fits Takeover collection. If you're trying to add it to yours, man, make sure you hit the link below in the description. I got to go tell my mama I'm on overtime. Mama!